Shakira takes another shot at her ex and his new girl. New couple alert, are Shawn and Sabrina the real deal? SG Lewis stops by to talk about his epic pop collabs. We break down the songs trending on Twitter and the music stars you won't believe haven't made it to the top of the Hot 100. It's Tetris, it's Taco Tuesday, but before you rush to a margarita, let's break down your top stories and music news for February 28.
Que hay un lugar reservado en el infierno para aquellas mujeres que no apoyan a otras.
Shakira went in on her ex and his new lady, quoting Madeleine Albright in a new hard-hitting interview. Shakira told Canal Estrellas there's a place in hell reserved for women who don't support other women when asked about Gerard Piqué's new girl, Clara Chia Marty. This comes after her top 10 Hot 100 hit diss track, Bizarre Rap Music Sessions Volume 53. She said recording the song was an outlet for her healing process, and my lyrics are more effective than a visit to a psychologist. Girl, do I need to start writing songs? Well, as for how she's doing, she told the outlet, now I've gotten more confidence in myself. I didn't know I could end up being strong. I always thought I was more fragile. But she's learned a lot from her pain, saying there are dreams that are broken and you have to pick up the little pieces from the ground and put yourself together again, and also be an example to my children.
Porque siento que dependo de mí misma y que además tengo dos niños que dependen de mí, así que tengo que estar más fuerte que una leona.
Now we go from a famous couple breaking up to one that's getting things started. Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter have been photographed together and fans are losing it.
That was in my stomach when you walk in.
The nonsense singer and In My Blood crooner were spotted cozy and taking a walk in LA. This fan tweeted, if they are dating, the internet will be broken. Which is very possible. Their last relationships were headline makers. Sabrina's rumored involvement with Joshua Bassett allegedly inspired Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license.
And you're probably with that blonde girl.
And we all lived through the relationship of Shawn and Camila Cabello as if we went through the breakup too.
I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need.
Let's move on to SG Lewis. He's produced and remixed some of your favorite pop songs, and he sat down with Katie Bain to tell her all about the hot collaborations on his new album.
Tove Lo, Charlotte Day Wilson,
Yes.
Ty Dolla $ign,
Yes.
Lucky Day,
Yes.
Channel Choice.
Yes.
Okay, so
no.
that's a tight little crew. How are these collaborators chosen?
I worked with some other people, but these are the collaborators that either I just had a good relationship with or just kind of took to the concept really well.
But they aren't the only partners in music he's got. He's added a legend to the list.
You worked with Elton John. How did it come to be?
When I released the first album, I got invited onto his radio show for an interview.
Sure.
And at the end of that was already surreal enough. And at the end of the radio interview, he's like, oh, I'd love to get in the studio. And I was like, yeah, right. We're like on air, and I was like, yeah, I'm sure you said it to everyone.
Don't mess with me, Elton.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
sure thing. And then I was driving along the next day, and I get a phone call, and I was like, and nearly crashed the car.
Oh my God.
But he was like, when are we getting in the studio? So we got in the studio, and we made Orbit.
You can catch the full interview with SG Lewis on Billboard.com. I live on Twitter. Make sure you hit that follow button. But for now, let's run down the songs you're talking about the most on that platform.
I definitely don't think it's a trend. I think it's like amazing that there are like women with such significant platforms making it okay for others to be open about their.
The results are in for Billboard's Hot Trending Songs chart powered by Twitter, and Gracie Abrams lands the top spot with I Know It Won't Work for the chart dated March 4th. Gracie is followed by Halsey's Die For Me, an expanded solo version of the 2019 song she recorded with Post Malone. Rounding out the top 5, we see Sebastian Yatra's Una Noche Sin Pensar at number 3. With the boys holding down the 4th spot with Roar, and the Jonas Brothers flying to the number 5 spot with Wings.
I would call it an introduction song to the album. It really feels like a good entryway into what you're going to hear for the rest of the body of work.
Billboard's Hot Trending Songs chart powered by Twitter tracks global music-related trends and conversations in real time across Twitter, viewable over the last 24 hours or past 7 days. Chart news isn't always good news, and before I leave you today, I want to surprise you with who isn't topping the charts. The Billboard Hot 100 is the industry standard when it comes to judging a song's success. But some of our favorite artists have songs that we love that didn't necessarily chart where we'd think. Here, we break down some major artists that have never broken into the Billboard Hot 100 Top 40. Rosalía has become a household name in the Latin community and has taken the US by storm. But even though she's had countless songs that get stuck in our head, and collaborations with Travis Scott, The Weeknd, and Bad Bunny, none of those have graced the top 40. Burna Boy is a Billboard cover star. He's had everybody on the low for quite some time. And recently dropped music with Ed Sheeran. But though he's helped bring more Afro beats to the mainstream, he's yet to reach the top 40. Phoebe Bridgers is such a big deal, she's going on tour with Taylor Swift. Her 2017 album Stranger in the Alps was a critically acclaimed masterpiece, but none of her solo efforts that have pleased her passionate fans have reached the top 40 of the Hot 100. But Hot 100 success doesn't always equal longevity. There are legends that have suffered the same fate. Pop standard At Last didn't get past number 47. York's Hot 100 peak was at number 84 with 2007's Earth Intruder. And Bob Marley, one of the most celebrated artists in the history of music, never really reached US mainstream success during his lifetime. Hope that reminds you to always stream your faves. That's it for today. Tomorrow is super exciting. We'll be at Billboard Women in Music. I'll see you there. I'm Tetris Kelly for Billboard News.